What is up, my fellow purveyors of the strange and the speculative? Welcome to What to Read, where we tell you which books are about to hijack your December and hold your brain hostage until the new year. Forget holiday cheer, we've got Deceit, Martian rebellions, and enough Starship battles to make the entire month look like a Michael Bay movie shot in the Andromeda Galaxy. First up, kicking off this month on December 1st, we have the ancient meets apocalyptic techno thriller Echoes of Deceit by Douglas E. Richards and Brandon Ellis. This is the explosive book 2 of the Epic of Atlantis series. Let me tell you, if the first book was a time-traveling myth-busting cannonball, this is sure to be a warp-speed asteroid impact. Our heroes saved the world once, only to discover history is a spiteful jerk, and their efforts just led to the same cataclysm. Now they're back in the ancient past, facing a vengeance-fueled, not entirely human, Kairos Daedalus and a shadowy, galaxy-spanning species playing the longest long game in history. If you like your sci-fi with a side of ancient aliens, but with way better tech and stakes that threaten not just Earth, but the entire galaxy, buckle up. From galaxy-spanning stakes to claustrophobic Martian-class warfare, we pivot immediately to the December 2nd release, Glassborn by Tristan. This is the first book in the Glassborn Chronicles, and it's hitting all my dystopian pleasure centers. We're talking about a Mars colony ruled by an infallible AI named Valence that never lies, and a main character, Quinta Voss, who's finally realizing that maybe a system that never fails is actually the biggest failure of all. The comp is Red Rising meets The Handmaid's Tale meets Wool. That means you're getting systemic horror, rigid societal structures, and a girl digging for literal death in contaminated soil. It's tight, it's tense, and it's surely going to make you question every algorithm you've ever trusted. And speaking of systemic tyranny in space, also on December 2nd, Bethany Jacobs delivers the thrilling conclusion to her Philip K. Dick Award-winning Kindom Trilogy with This Brutal Moon. This is a deep political space opera. Think less laser tag, more galaxy-wide, high-stakes chess, where the pieces are morally grey freedom fighters, vengeful emperors, and the fate of an entire colony hanging by a thread. The treble is in chaos. The Kindom hand is under a familiar player's heel, and everyone is looking for the missing six. If you're a fan of intricate plotting and characters that are so well drawn you think you might accidentally bump into them at a spaceport, this is your jam. Bethany Jacobs makes space opera feel personal, and I'm ready to see how she sticks this landing. Now, let's inject a little pure, unadulterated fun back into the void. December 5th gives us A.K. DuBoff's Rebel Worlds, the third book in the Starship of the Ancient series. If you need a dose of classic, action-packed space adventure that includes daring heists, alien secrets, and a rebellion that could shatter an empire, this is it. DuBoff, the creator of the Canonical universe, knows how to craft a planet-hopping adventure that feels both vast and intimate. This is the book you devour on a frosty December night to remind yourself that the universe is huge and full of things to blow up. And the military sci-fi keeps coming. Vaughn Heppner is back on December 8th with book number 24 in his Lost Starship series, The Lost Battleship. Yes, 24. I mean, if you're looking for a saga, you found it. Captain Maddox has his hands full. He's closed a dimensional breach, but the enemy 9th Assault Fleet is still inside Commonwealth space, and they're not here to exchange pleasantries. This is a story of maneuver warfare, political assassins, and what happens when the Grand Fleet has to fight an army of genetic supermen who rule humanity as gods. This intense military focus continues with the December 9th release of Defender's Awakening by John Spearman, the last book in the Orion Spur series. Captain Archer Devereaux finds an abandoned hyper-advanced human ship which instantly ramps up the interstellar Cold War. The Nemeans and Cillians break their flimsy truce, and poor Archer is left dealing with not only the chaos but also devastating personal losses that put his bond with Beta on uncertain terms. This is a pulse-pounding space opera that focuses on the human cost of war. It's perfect for fans who want interstellar intrigue and moral dilemmas woven right into the fabric of their military sci-fi. Finally, we close out the sci-fi year with 2 books dropping on December 16th and 23rd that are all about the boots on the ground. On the 16th, Will Crudge delivers Operation Nomad, the final Operator Chronicles book. It's got all the hallmarks of a classic military rescue mission: a special forces detachment, powered armor, pulse rifles, and a human trafficking ring on an alien planet. Call sign Nomad is going deep behind enemy lines, trading raw firepower for infiltration and diplomacy. Then Django Wexler's Siege Line, the second book in the Diamond Knife series, sees a mercenary company trying to get their ship operational, only to immediately get slammed into a brutal border outpost siege. Wexler is famous for blending military grit with character-driven action, and I am ready for the fireworks. And to wrap it all up on December 23rd, let's get gritty with Reset by Mark Tufo. An EMP strikes Earth and civilization is a shattered memory. But this isn't just a breakdown story, it's a story of unlikely transformation. We follow a recovering addict, orphaned preteens, and a man with a terminal diagnosis. When the world is wiped clean, it's not the designated heroes who rise, it's the people with nothing left to lose. Tufo, the author of Zombie Fallout, brings a raw, unflinching look at human resilience in an unforgiving new world. Get ready for a tense, emotional ride right before Santa drops down the chimney. So, there you have it, the full December 2025 calendar. We've got time-traveling Atlantis, Martian rebellion, galaxy-ending space opera, and enough military action to outfit a small fleet. Which one of these December sci-fi books are you putting at the top of your holiday reading pile?